Good morning, you guys. How are you? It is wonderful to be with you again on Thursday. It's a Thursday morning. Here we go. Good morning. Doo-dee-bee-doo-doo-dee-doo-doo. Ba-da-beep-bop-bow, ba-da-beep-bop-bow, ba-da-beep-beep-beep-beep-bow. Be-dee-bee-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Good morning. Good morning, Moshe. And Kamyar. Ooh, do they both have birthdays today? Mojan and Kamyar. Okay, good morning from Oliver and Jenna. Hey, Les, good morning. Okay. Let's see. Can you write that down? And Caitlin and Johnny. Hey, Lindsay, how are you today? And Ambry. Yay. And Wesley and Cora are here to sing with us. Okay, let's do that. Yay. And let me see. Terry, I'm home today and finally get to participate live. Yay. Fun. You know, it astonishes me. We have a group of you on to watch. Hey, Mary, nice to see you. And Catherine, you know, we have anywhere from usually 30 to 50 people watching it live. And then like within an hour or two, it's up to 250. And by the end of the day, 1,000 people have watched. But you are the guys that are doing it with me right now, which is awesome. Yeah. Terry, yes. Terry Gaia. Sweet. Well, we've just got about a minute here. And Charlie and Alish and Emerson. Yes. Let's do that. Okay. Well, it is 9 a.m. on a Thursday morning in December. I'm so happy to be with all of you. And I'm going to start with one of my favorite kids songs in the world by Bill Staines. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. Okay, let's see if we can do the motions. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low. Put your hands down really low. Some sing higher. Bring them up high. Some sing out loud. You go like this and say the word loud with me. Loud. Like that. Let's try it. Loud. On a telephone. That's an old telephone. Wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they've got. Got to do that one. That's important. Okay, so let's try it. Oh, all God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with a big to-do. The old cow just goes. The dogs and the cats take up the middle where the honeybee hums and the cricket fiddles. The donkey brays and the pony neighs. The old coyote howls. Ow! All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws Listen to the top where the little birds sing, where the melody and the high notes ring, and the hoot owl hollers over everything. The jaybird disagrees. Singing in the nighttime, singing in the day. The little duck quacks and he's on his way. The possum ain't got much to say. The porcupine talks to himself again. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. It's a simple song, a living song everywhere, by the fox and the ox and the grizzly bear, the grumpy alligator and the hawk above, the sly raccoon and the turtle dove. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. Yay! Isn't that a great song? Here's another great song. This one. I got a mule and her name is Sal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. She's a good old worker and a good old pal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. We've hauled some barges in our day, full of lumber, coal, and hay. And we know every inch of the way, from Albany to Buffalo. Low Bridge, everybody down. Low Bridge, 'cause we're coming to a town. And you'll always know your neighbor, you'll always know your pal, if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. It's such a great song and a great melody. So for sure you have to sing with me. 15 miles on the Erie Canal every time, all right? And hauled our barges in our day, full of lumber, coal, and hay. And we know every inch of the way, from Albany to Buffalo. Okay, let's do it. Ready? Here we go. I got a mule and her name is Sal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. She's a good old worker and a good old pal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. We've hauled some barges in our day, full of lumber, coal, and hay. And we know every inch of the way, from Albany to Buffalo. Low Bridge, everybody down. Low Bridge, 'cause we're coming to a town. And you'll always know your neighbor, you'll always know your pal, if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. Now, I used to live in New York, and I would do lots of concerts all over New York State. And there are towns that I've done concerts in where the Erie Canal runs through it. You know what? I don't know if you even know what the Erie Canal is. You know, you have rivers and you have boats go on rivers. Well, sometimes you want to connect rivers, but there's no river that connects them. Or you want to connect a big lake with a river so you can run your boat a long way. And in those days, there were no trucks or cars or even trains. And the only way that you hauled lots of goods around were either in carts, pulled by horses or mules or something, or by getting your goods in something that floats and getting it go across the rivers or the lakes. So what they did in New York was they said, if we could get goods from New York City up the Hudson River and across northern New York over to the Great Lakes, wow, and then get those goods from the Great Lakes region down to New York City, that would be amazing. So they actually dug huge trenches that made it like new rivers. They connected rivers that were already there and then dug a lot of canals. That's what this was. And you know, it was 363 miles from Albany to Buffalo. That's what the Erie Canal was. Wow! One more time. I got a mule and her name is Sal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. She's a good... Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. We're singing the song. You don't even know who Sal is and why there's a mule. So they would have barges. And they would put all their goods that they were carrying on these barges. A barge is like a boat, but it's kind of flat. And you put all your stuff on it and it floats, right? But you got to get it to move, especially if you're going against the current, right? So they would hook it up with ropes to a mule or a team of mules, and those mules, they made kind of dirt roads along the side of the canal, and the mules would push those, would pull the barges along. That's who Sal is. She's the mule. I got a mule and her name is Sal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. She's a good old worker and a good old pal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. We've hauled some barges in our day, full of lumber, coal, and hay. We know every inch of the way from Albany to Buffalo. Low Bridge, everybody down. Low Bridge, 'cause we're coming to a town. And you'll always know your neighbor, you'll always know your pal if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. Oh, you'll always know your neighbor, you'll always know your pal if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. Written in 1905 by Thomas S. Allen. Okay. It's a great song. Wow. And you know, the Low Bridge, I'm sorry I have to explain this song, but because we don't have canals, we don't use canals like that anymore. You can still go on the Erie Canal, but it's not used to carry goods like it used to be. But we didn't have big bridges like we do now. And in those days, of course, the canals, they would go through the little towns along the way in northern New York. And, you know, they'd have to build a bridge over it if it's going through a town, right? Because you got to get from one side of town to the other. And so they'd build these little bridges. And the barge, they were big enough for the barge to go under, but not a whole lot else. So if you're standing up and there's a bridge coming, you got to get down, right? Low Bridge, let's show you. Can you see that? Low Bridge, everybody down. So you gotta get your head down, and if you're on the barge, you gotta get your head down. Yeah. Low Bridge, everybody down. Coming to a town, and you'll always know your neighbor. You'll always know your pal. If you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. Yeah. Wow. I love that song. Okay, so I was thinking about the Erie Canal this morning and how long a way it is. It's a long way, isn't it? 363 miles, walking, the mule walking along, okay? And of course, it's beautiful. It's, you know, nature all around and everything, but it's a long way to go. And they would hang in there doing it. They'd slog through, get through the job, get from Albany to Buffalo and back, right? And I was thinking, it's kind of a metaphor. It's kind of an example of getting through things. And I feel like we're kind of getting through something right now with this virus, aren't we? Just keeps going, and right now it's kind of rough right now. So I don't know about where you are, but where we are, they just instituted another stay-at-home thing. And we're doing it, right? But it's long, many months now. So we can get through this, we can do it. But I just feels like we could use a song. Hanging in, holding on, pushing through till I'm done, staying on track, hour after hour, finding the strength, finding the power to keep going, keep going, keep going on, hanging in like a monkey, holding on like a bulldog, pushing through like a donkey till I'm done, staying on track like a choo-choo, hour after hour, like a tick-tock, finding the strength, finding the power to keep going, keep going, keep going on. There's only one way any one of us takes our dreams and sets them flying. It's that part of us that never gives up, just keeps on trying, 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 hanging in, holding on, pushing through till I'm done, staying on track, hour after hour, finding the strength, finding the power to keep going, keep going, keep going on, keep going, keep going, keep going on, keep going. We're gonna keep going, keep going on. Yeah, we're hanging in there. We can do this. Okay, you guys ready for a game? All right, you gotta try to do whatever it is that I say, all right? And you can say them back to me, the phrases I use to tell you what to do at the same time that you're doing them. So it could be like this. Ready, set, here we go. Ready, set, here we go. Now clap your hands and touch your nose. Pat your knees and wiggle your toes. Raise your arms way up in the air. Wave them around while you got them up there. Slowly now, bring them on down. Swinging side to side, all the way to the ground. Everybody stand up and don't say peep. Now fold your hands and go to sleep. Everybody wake up and reach for the sky. Open and shut those beautiful eyes. Now rub those eyes and pat your cheeks. Smile real big with those pretty white teeth. Now take a deep breath and blow out the air. Shake your head and ruffle your hair. Now turn your head from side to side. Everybody stop and wave bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yay. Okay, let me get my ukulele. Oh, we are in the thick of recording my new album, and I am very excited. the sounds of what people are adding to my singing and my guitar playing are coming back, and it's getting very, very exciting. So, I'm going to play one of the songs off the new album. Just me and my uke on this one. And I am a black rhinoceros, I weigh over a ton. Big as I am, you might not guess how fast that I can run. I have 2 horns, sometimes 3 that stick out of my head. Do not pick a fight with me or you may end up dead. I am a vegetarian, I graze on leaves and shoots. I snack on twigs like pretzels, I am fond of many fruits. Thorns and sticks don't bother me, that's why I have thick skin. If tasty leaves are in a bush, I push my way right in. I have 4 legs I stand on, each with 3 little toes. How do they hold up all my weight? The truth is no one knows. I am a black rhinoceros, be careful around me. I have a nasty temper, I'm as ornery as can be. I know I can look silly rolling in the mud, it's true. But don't be fooled, I'm dangerous and I'm much faster than you. Wesley's playing his uke with me. The ukulele is a great instrument. You know, just talking about these black rhinoceroses. Whew, do you know how fast they are? They can go up to 34 miles an hour. Now, I know when you're driving around in a car and you're going 60, that doesn't seem very fast. But 34 miles is really fast. Do you know how fast the human beings, most of us, run? 20 miles an hour. At tops. And then you have some really crazy fast people like Usain Bolt. He's the fastest ever clocked at 28 miles an hour. The rhinoceros can go 6 miles per hour faster. He could catch us very easily. And the crazy part is that they weigh so much. Black rhinoceroses weigh from 1,800 to 3,100 pounds. A ton is 2,000 pounds. So they're either a little under 2,000 pounds or a little over it. That's the weight of a typical car. And they run faster than we do on these 4 legs with these 3 little toes on each one. It's crazy. They've been around for a long time. 50 million years rhinoceroses have, and black rhinoceroses developed about 4.5 million years ago. Humans have only existed 200,000 years as we are. That's like if black rhinos have been alive for a 24-hour day, humans showed up in the last hour of the day. So they've been around a lot longer than we have. But we're not taking really good care of some of our animals and plants around the planet. They were the western African black rhinoceros is now extinct. Actually, it was declared extinct in 2011. The eastern African black rhinoceros still is around, but it's critically endangered. So it just raises questions of how do we protect our animals and the plants and everything, not just because they're magnificent and beautiful, but because if we're not taking care of them, we're probably not taking very good care of ourselves. Anyway, so let's see. Oh, I know. Let's do one of my poems. We haven't done this one in a long time. Some of you might remember it from a while ago. It was a long time ago that I read this poem. These are the What Am I poems. So I'm going to read about something. I'm not going to tell you what it is in the poem. You have to guess what it is I'm referring to. This is something that most every house has 1 or maybe 2 of. Okay? It's called a tool extraordinaire. There is a tool extraordinaire that's found in every house. And though its job makes others cringe, you'll never hear it grouse. Day and night, this tool stands tall, unflinching, calm, and steady. Always at attention, always at the ready. It gives him pride to know that he's the first line of defense. He knows the job he's made for and what he's up against. One cannot see it coming. There's no way to foretell it until you hear the telltale sound, and then you start to smell it. With water rising quickly, no other tool will do. 2 hands firmly pick him up and plunge him in the goo. What happens next is private. Most eyes look away. He soldiers on without a rest until he's saved the day. Then no one speaks about it. It tends to make them blush. For him, it is enough to know it's safe again to flush. What is this tool? What is this tool extraordinaire? I wonder. Does anybody know what it is? I know it takes you a minute to show up on the thing. Lindsay got it. Yep, Lindsay got it. It is the plunger. What would we do without plungers? Toilet cleaner, Moshe said. So it's hi, Nancy. Yes, it's the plunger. Linda got it. Or toilet brush. Yeah, but the toilet brush isn't going to save you when the water's coming up. Wesley's guessing a toilet. Yeah, well, it has to do with the toilet. Wesley, you know that? Do you have one in your house? It's got a stick on it, and at the end, at bottom of it, it's this black plastic or a rubber thing, and you push it down, and it forces. Because sometimes toilets get used a lot, and sometimes people put things in them, lots of toilet paper or whatever, and you have to really get it to go through. I know Jan's looking at me like, do you really have to go this far in this? Okay. Anyway, let me read it again now that you know what it is. It's the toilet plunger. A tool extraordinaire. There is a tool extraordinaire that's found in every house. And though its job makes others cringe, you'll never hear it grouse. Day and night, this tool stands tall, unflinching, calm, and steady. Always at attention, always at the ready. It gives him pride to know that he's the first line of defense. He knows the job he's made for and what he's up against. One cannot see it coming. There's no way to foretell it until you hear the telltale sound, and then you start to smell it. With water rising quickly, no other tool will do. 2 hands firmly pick him up and plunge him in the goo. What happens next is private. Most eyes look away. He soldiers on without a rest until he's saved the day. Then no one speaks about it. It tends to make them blush. For him, it is enough to know it's safe again to flush. Oh my gosh. Had to use one this morning. Yep, we use these things. Okay, well, let's see. We had, who were those 2 people? All right, so it's December. It's the beginning of December. Hold on, let me see. We were asked to say happy birthday to Kamiar and Mojan. And it's happy birthday. It's a busy birthday time. A good friend of mine, Gil's birthday was yesterday. Andy, my son's birthday is today. And my grandson Chase's birthday is on Friday. So for Mojan, Kamiar, Gil, Andy, Chase, and whoever has a birthday this week, this is for you. On the day Mojan was born, On the day that Mojan was born, on the day that Mojan was born, the angels sang and they blew on their horns and they danced, they danced. They smiled and raised up their hands on the day that Mojan was born. On the day Kamyar was born, on the day that Kamyar was born, on the day that Kamyar was born, the angels sang and they blew on their horns and they danced, they danced. They smiled and raised up their hands on the day Kamyar was born. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Andy. Happy birthday, Chase. Happy birthday, Gil. We love you. Yay. Yay. Happy birthday, you guys. Some of you may not know, but I actually do birthday visits. If you go on this Facebook page and click on Shop Now, it'll take you to a page that'll show you, you see a birthday visits, and I actually come to your online birthday party and sing that song, maybe some other songs for you. You can figure out how to do that. Okay, so where are we? We've got 2 minutes left. We're going to do this one. Okay. Let me see. It's going to be all right. Yeah. Yay. When we start getting a little overwhelmed by all that's going on around us, just remember this. I know this old world has got you down. Come in and hold your head up high. You know you can leave all your fears behind, 'cause it's gonna be alright. Sometimes it is hard when you're feeling low and you are having sleepless nights. You may not believe it, but take it from me that it's gonna be alright. Love's the answer. Your heart knows the way. If you lay your troubles down, you will see a brighter day. So if you can stop now and take some time to show your love with all your might, you may be surprised to find that it's gonna be alright. Zip to dee ba doo dow. Zip dop zippity deep dop to dweeba doo dow. Zip to dee ba doo ba dow. Love's the answer. It's in the plan. You can let go of running the show. He's still got the whole world in his hands. So if you can stop now and take some time to show your love with all your might, you may be surprised to find that it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright, oh yeah. It's gonna be alright, yes. It's gonna be alright. Ooh. Thank you, guys. You have a great week. I'll see you next Thursday.